That's on video.
And we're live. Hey everyone, this is Seth, Andrew, and Paul again. We're here at Ramage in, where are we?
Maple Heights, Ohio.
Maple Heights, Ohio. And we're in for a checkup on this house. Tell us about what we've been doing, Andrew.
So we've gone in. You can see one of the big things. We've replaced the entire roof already.
I didn't see that. Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah, from the outside, we took some of the bad handles off here. Did a quick cut on the landscaping just to keep it a little presentable while
Looks
we're
better
doing
than
everything.
neighbors so far.
Yeah, I know. We got it. Obviously, the big dumpster sitting right here as we demo the entire house out. And yeah, other than that, going in, starting a little bit of drywall paint before we get into the finishing side with the kitchens and bathrooms.
Yeah. Great. Why don't we go inside and check it out, guys?
That sounds good.
All right. We are inside. Last time we were here, it smelled like dog piss, and the carpet looked terrible.
And now?
It smells like Vols cologne. Dog piss. No, tell us
Just
about
a little lighter dog piss.
a hint of piss.
Yeah.
Tell us about what happened in here.
So floor, we went ahead and just put a Kills on it. Try to, again, get rid of the smell. We took up all the carpet. That helped a ton.
Yeah.
Again, this isn't the final flooring, but this is like we were talking about in the last run through. You've got plywood throughout the whole place, so we couldn't refinish the floors in here. Other than that, clean the walls up. We put a quick coat of paint on it, so it's already starting to get that feel of it picking up a little bit.
Yeah.
One coat on the door, still got more to go, but we're in that beginning process and it's starting to come around.
What are you going to put down in here?
This is going to be synthetic wood flooring.
Okay. Snap together stuff?
Snap or floating, yeah, but something in that world, yeah.
And I have a quick question. Why is Paul even here?
Someone's got to bring the good luck.
Paul, tell us what happened in this kitchen. It looks pretty damn good. Last time we were here, we had that ugly tile. We had that, what do you call it up there?
Soffit.
Soffit, yeah, they ripped that out. Tell us about it.
Well, the kitchen's gonna be completely done. We're doing all the cabinets, all the granite, all the appliances like we said last time. So everything's just a complete gut. We put the new backer board down for the tile. What was here last time? Was it vinyl? It was a vinyl glue down?
Like a linoleum.
Linoleum, that's what it was. That's right. You just strip it all out, put the backer board on top of the plywood, put the tile down. Once the tile is all down, then you put the cabinets on top. Then you put the granite on top of the cabinets, and you're done.
Now, you've mentioned before that you want your house to be like pretty much one of the best houses on the street, right? Some people, they would not put granite in here. So tell me your mindset behind that.
So this market, Maple Heights, isn't very accustomed to granite, but our thought process is, you're gonna put a countertop in here anyhow, just spend $500-600 more and get a beautiful countertop. Now, you have to look at percentages, of course, and it's a lot higher percentage of cost, but you also have to look at total dollars and say, you know, for $500, I'm gonna get granite, and when we're showing the house to somebody, and our leasing person can say, look at these beautiful granite countertops, that's gonna stand out to anybody else in the street, and we're gonna get the $1,100 of rent when somebody else might only get $850 or $900 of rent.
And how does this mindset change when you're either looking to just flip and sell the house versus rent it out?
So, it's not much different. It's all the same kind of mindset, but I'll be honest, when we flip, we're gonna be a little more conscious because we wanna get that wow, but at the same point, if you get the wow on everything, all of a sudden you're into it for a huge number. But the same thing on a flip. We're looking at all the things that we can do that total dollars wise, isn't that much. Light fixtures, granite, faucets, but on the percentage wise, it's probably a lot more. But at the same point, all you care about is how do we make ourselves stand out in a competitive market?
And
So Seth, sorry to interrupt. I actually think that, Paul, when you're talking about the flips, I think everyone goes into a flip going, oh, I'm going to do new kitchen with cabinets and granite and everything. What you were saying in the beginning, I completely agree with. On the rental side, people aren't putting granite into the rentals because they go, I'm just going to rent it. What's the least I can do to get the renter in? They're not worried about maximizing the rent dollar. They're worried about just getting it rented. And that's one of the big differences. Like Paul's saying, I mean, we could almost stretch our arms across the room. And so from granite, looking at a per linear foot cost, it's not something that we're overly concerned from a little extra dollars.
Correct.
Now remember, we got into this house at $8,000. How much are you guys looking to put into the whole thing?
So the whole house will be into for around 43 to 46. There was something that came in over budget. What was it, electric?
Yeah, so in the electric, you can kind of see we've got, even if you can't see, we've got some new outlets in here. It's one of those things, you come in our house and there's always going to be a surprise. It's something we always tell people when they're flipping something, like, oh my God, you can't believe that something happened.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, it always does.
There's always a surprise. So the person that was living here before was a tenant of the owner. Owner had no clue, I'm not putting it on him, but the tenant had actually, he was a handyman, jumped the electric around the meter and didn't install any of the brand new panel that we looked at. Nothing was installed right. It was a fire hazard. Not to mention the electric company thought the house was vacant because he hadn't paid a bill in about 6 years. Not a good thing. So we had to bring a certified electrician in and we got to redo everything so it's done.
That's where the extra cost comes in.
Yeah.
Yes, but still, even with that, we're going to be into it for 45, 46 on the high side. And a house like this, we're happy being into it for under 60. I mean, we're still going to get a great return. We're still going to have a house that's worth well more than we're investing into, and the rent's going to justify the total thing.
Now, most people are obviously really concerned about the kitchen, so why don't we head over to the bathroom and you can tell us about that as well.
I can't wait.
Right. Andrew, we're in the bathroom right now, and it's totally gutted. I remember you saying we kept the tub. What are you guys going to do with this?
So the tub's going to get a complete reglaze. The tub itself is fine. We can go and put an acid wash on the tub so that way it takes in the new glaze and everything. It's going to look brand new. You won't even know the difference.
And then for the our inside of the shower here, obviously tile. You guys going all the way up or like?
No, we're going to go all the way up with the tile. And again, this is special type. You got green board in here just because in the bathroom code requires that you have a different type. You can't just put regular back or drywall on it because you've got water all around. But yeah, tile's going to go all the way up. We're also going to put a nice mosaic kind of running all the way through the bathroom to kind of give something for the eyes to look at a little bit.
So obviously with the shower nozzle handle and all the fixtures, there's different price ranges. What do you guys put in this house, again, versus flipping or keeping for a rental?
So this is another general theme of ours between light fixtures, granite, and again, when you come in the bathroom and shower fixtures, this is a place where you're going to spend a lot of time. Again, you stand in the shower, you're looking for, the only thing you see is going to be a little bit of nice tile, but you're going to see those fixtures every single day, twice a day, right? So it's okay to go spend a little bit extra. Those are things that are going to get noticed. So it's okay to, in certain instances, put a little extra money in. I think you get a longer run from the tenant, and if you're going to flip it. But in this case, as a tenant, I think it's going to be one of those things. Items like that are going to be why tenants are going to stay with us for 3 and 4 and 5 years versus rolling every single year.
I know there's a difference between like a Home Depot buy, maybe something from like a plumbing supply place that might have nicer stuff. I know we put nicer stuff in my house because we're going to be there for a while. Where do you get your stuff to put in here?
So on a lot of this, we actually have our own supply company. We bring a lot of stuff in ourselves. So we have specific supplies, light fixtures, shower faucets, and a vanity is another great one. We have a vanity that we brought in from another project. We use our own products where we can. I think it gives it a great look in the bathroom, adds that kind of luxury feel to it, and also helps us control the cost a little bit.
Nice. All right, let's keep looking at the house, man.
Yep.
This is awesome. Okay, guys, we're here in one of the bedrooms. You guys basically did the same thing in all 3 bedrooms, so tell me about it, Andrew.
So we went in, again, clean up the drywall, paint. You can see we took the light fixture and ceiling fan down. When we're coming in, we'll put a light fixture back. There's no reason to go in and put ceiling fans in here. Why?
Because really? See, I love ceiling fans. You don't?
Well, we have air conditioning in the whole thing. And a lot of the homes, when they were built, they didn't have air conditioning. So everyone put ceiling fans in. And from a tenant standpoint, they'd much rather have the AC running than ceiling fan going all night.
Okay, so you're going to save maybe $100, $200 a room by not putting those in?
It's just something that from a head clearance and all that kind of stuff. Because these homes, modern homes are built with a little higher ceilings and everything. These aren't as tall to necessarily support, a lower ceiling fan and stuff like that. So the light and the air conditioning goes very well.
And tell me about the floors. They're looking great.
Yeah, so we stripped down. We did the first layer of the floors. You can see it's kind of got the new raw wood look to it right now. We're going to go in and put a couple coats on. We always do kind of a satin type look. Paul, you were actually the one when we were at an apartment complex. A lot of people used to do that basketball court type look.
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
I just think the shiny basketball court look, my personal opinion is it cheapens it, and the people that we have in the office, I think they agree. We like the darker look. That way it makes it look more rich. And I don't mean that in a wealth way. I mean it in like a kind of like, a dark, rich look.
Feel.
Rich feel.
I like that.
The other thing that we notice is when tenants move out, when you get that really thick gloss on it, the tenants start moving out and they tend to drag their furniture across. And so then you get that furniture line running right through the center of all the gloss.
you might as well just keep a nice satin look. It makes it way better, and it's easier to kind of do an upkeep.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going, guys.
Thanks.
Okay, guys, we're in the basement now. This place looks incredible.
Totally different, right?
Yeah, since the last time we were here. Tell us I see the studs. Tell us what happened.
So this is taking apart a basement. We had the old wood paneling. We had the low drop-down ceiling. Paul, you threw your fist through it. I think I ate a little.
I hit a beam.
I think I had asbestos in my mouth or something. Just kidding, it wasn't here. But
Okay.
so we took the wood paneling down. It had that really old tile that was stuck to the floor, so we had to come scrape all of that up. And we're back to the clean slate right now, which is what we want to work with.
What do you guys plan on doing down here?
So we have a couple options. First off, we want to come and do something with a wall. I want to put some sort of a dry lock on. It's going to help keep water from penetrating in. Again, this house, 1950, 1960, from a construction standpoint, we want to protect water from coming into the basement. So we got to do a dry lock here. You can see we already have the furring strips. So if we need to add some drywall to kind of clean up half the side here, it's going to add living space to a house that's about, what do you think, Paul, 1,000, 1,100 square feet?
Oh, that's only 1,300 square feet.
So, I mean, this gives a nice little extra living area to the renters.
What'll this be? 10 by 25, so another 30 square feet. Yeah, because of the size
You
of the
almost
house
get,
by
it's a
20%.
second living room. So if you got kids and they want to hang out with their friends, an Xbox, a man cave, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So
Now the furnace was missing last time we were here, right? Or was the water heater?
the
water
water
tank.
heater was gone. Yeah.
So how much is one of those to put in, and how do you guys? I mean, is there anything special to know about that?
Water heaters went up recently as far as costs go, but without having that one's not a power vented, so that's going to be about $450 for
not
your
bad. Okay.
for your
Is that
water
installed?
tank.
Is that installed or just a tank?
That's just the tank.
Okay.
You know, so and then bringing a plumber in. Obviously, your price is going to depend where you're at, but we have a lot of property, so it kind of helps the price out because we can keep plumbers pretty busy on a regular basis.
Cool. Yeah. So Paul had some concerns about these cracks in the block. Tell us about it, Paul.
So whenever we're buying a property, our joke is always, as long as the foundation's okay, it's not caving in, we're good. So here there are two small minor issues. If you look here at the cracks, and I want you to focus in on this at some point, these cracks going along the joint, that's okay. We don't mind these ones. This is gonna happen naturally. Now this crack right here, it goes through the cinder block. That's more of a concern. It doesn't bother us in this house because we only see it in one other location, so it's very small. And when you come over here and look, there's no caving in. But these are the cracks you want to look at. If it goes through the cinder block without following the joint, then you're okay, the masonry line. Then it's something to be concerned about. But if you're not seeing collapsing over it, and the house is 55, 60 years old, we're not concerned about this. If this house was 5 years old and we had this and we saw some lean, we'd be like, hang on a second, what's going on over
What do
there?
you, for the new guys, what do you do for this? And is this going to be a problem with passing any inspections?
No, it's not going to be a problem for passing inspections. If you want to do something about it, you could easily just fill it in, provide some more support, and every so often do that. Maybe every couple of years do that. For us, this isn't, because of how old this house is, we aren't even worried about this. We just came in here, see it, and go, all right, sounds good.
Cool. Great. Guys, we're here in the backyard. It looks absolutely incredible compared to where we were. What'd you guys do out here, Andrew?
Look, the biggest thing on the side of the garage, we had this 8-foot field of grass where I think the dogs roamed and everything.
Yeah.
Complete disaster, trash everywhere. So it's amazing. Again, just quick grass cutting, cleanup, or whatever. The whole place feels a little different. I'm sure the neighbors like us a little more too.
Yeah, sure. It
but,
looks great.
yeah, outside.
Too much.
Yeah, they can't all care, Paul.
Clearly.
The concrete, it's a big thing out here. The cities require us to pour a new garage floor. We've got some cracks in the driveway we got to take care of. Right behind the house here, you can see it's kind of like an old stone thing, but it's a little disheveled on the overhang. So again, clean it up so that way people have a usable backyard. And it's not a big backyard, but if they have room to enjoy it, it'll be good for the tenant, help the house show a little bit better, hopefully get the higher rent dollar that we're looking for.
What do you do with the garage?
So for the garage, the biggest thing is the garage pad. It's not built on cinder blocks on the side with a separate concrete floor. It's all poured together, which means we actually have to jack the garage up a little bit to tear the garage floor out and then re-pour the whole floor underneath.
What does that cost?
I mean, around here it's a little bit more common. So a lot of the concrete guys are used to it.
Nice.
It's a little bit of a pain, but they're used to it. So
Cool.
that concrete, we got some work out front to do, front steps, work on the driveway, but all the concrete together will be in the neighborhood of $3,000.
Nice. And is this a new roof over here?
It is.
Yep.
What does that roof cost?
Both roofs, the garage and the house together, full tear off. We had to replace some sheets because they were bad, but the whole thing was about $6,250.
Wow. All right, great. All right, guys. Okay, guys, so we're going to wrap up here. This is great to get a good update of what's going on. The house looks amazing. I'm super stoked
Thank
to what it's
you.
going to look like in the end. And
Hey, buddy.
wildlife is out. But yeah, so when we come back, what should this house look like? What's the time frame when we come back and take a look at the final product?
So we've got some concrete stuff we're working with and timelines with that, but I'd say beginning to end from this point forward, we should be done in 3 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, so coming back, you're gonna have bathroom finishes in, kitchen finishes in, paint's gonna be done. I mean, you're gonna feel that end product where the tenant's gonna walk in and say, this is the place I wanna rent.
And like Paul's master bedroom, we're going to have mirrors on the ceiling. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. We'll be back with another update here in a couple weeks, right? This is
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
Great, cool, thanks.